We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that. We don't know if it was a commercial aircraft.
12 miles to the east of Denver is the scene of a shooting this morning. Police there were called shortly after midnight.
What did Iraq have to do with what?
The attack on the World Trade Center.
Nothing.
So think about it skeptically. There's no way NASA had the technology to go to the moon. They just filmed it on a soundstage. That would have been way easier.
Yeah, that's what conspiracy theorists think. But the truth is, faking the moon landing in 1969 actually would have been harder than just going to the moon in the first place.
Okay, let's pretend like that statement wasn't completely and utterly ridiculous. Just for a second, let's entertain the thought, right? And compare the idea of, or the difficulty of, shooting on a soundstage versus traveling 213,000 miles through a vacuum in outer space to the moon. Now, the logical beginning of the process to confirm whether or not the moon landing actually took place would be to ask some of the people who actually supposedly went to the moon in the first place, right? But we already know what happens when you try and do that.
They're faking a shot of being halfway to the moon. And they refer to you on the tape as a shot that was done during Apollo 10, where you put a transparency over the window and move the camera of the Earth and move the camera back away from the window, turned off the lights in the spacecraft, and appeared to be halfway to the moon when in fact they were in Earth orbit.
Huh, really?
Yeah, and they said it was the same way that you did it on Apollo 10. So we wanted to give you the opportunity to put your left hand on the Bible, to raise your right hand, to swear to God.
Stick it in your ear.
Well, you were giving an opportunity to swear to God under oath that you walked on the moon.
I don't do that kind of thing.
Well, if you really walked on the moon, what's the problem with swearing to God that you did? Do you believe in God?
You want me to knock you in the head?
Well, I want you to swear to God on the Bible that you walked on the moon. If you walked on the moon, we're given the opportunity to swear to God that you walked on the moon.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to get the hell knocked out of you if you don't leave me alone.
So since that obviously doesn't work, the next logical step would be to review the evidence.
It was all recorded on these telemetry tapes. So where is this hard evidence?
I haven't seen anything that indicates the telemetry data is even in existence, and as I said, even if we had it, we don't have the machines to play it back.
But your own research has shown the telemetry data is missing.
That's right.
Could this be true? Mankind's first interplanetary exploration and the original science data is missing?
11, this is Houston, radio check, over.
If it's anywhere, it should be here at NASA's Goddard Space Center in Maryland, home to the National Space Science Data Archives.
This film you're making now, what is it?
Doesn't have it either. The Smithsonian doesn't have it. Johnson doesn't have it.
Right. We've been unable to track it down. I mean, we don't know where this telemetry data ended up, and we don't know what path it may have taken. So, unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't really give you much of a clue as to where this data ended up and whether it still exists or not.
NASA admitted that it had lost the original footage of man's first steps on the moon.
NASA has lost all the original Apollo moon landing footage and telemetry data. So to try and verify the original footage or the data that's in the modules that supposedly went to and from the moon, you can't check those now. So there's no physical confirmable evidence that they were anywhere but a sound studio.
So our witnesses are running away, punching people, whatever. There's no physical verifiable evidence. So this footage must be unquestionable in its authenticity. Let's have a little look.
Stage pushed. Engine arm is ascent. Okay, I'm going to get the pro. 99, proceeded. 3, 2, 1, ignition.